Have you ever been sitting quietly in your home, maybe after everyone has gone to sleep, and suddenly felt a deep, heavy question rise inside you asking, when did I stop being me? Because for so many married women, love does not disappear all at once. It slowly reshapes itself into silence, into compromise after compromise, into choosing harmony over honesty, until one day you realize that in trying so hard to protect your marriage, you have been slowly losing yourself. And if that realization feels painful or familiar, I want you to know from the very beginning that you are not broken, you are not ungrateful, and you are not asking for too much. You are simply human, and your emotional needs matter just as much as your commitment does. Let me tell you a story that reflects the lives of countless women. A woman we will call Sarah, who was loving, loyal, and deeply invested in her marriage. A woman who believes in showing up fully, who remembers the early days when conversations flowed easily, laughter came naturally, and being together felt light and safe. But as years passed and responsibilities grew, Sarah began adjusting herself more and more. She stopped expressing disappointment because she didn't want to seem demanding. She ignored moments of hurt because she believed patience was strength. She reassured herself that being understanding meant staying quiet, even when her husband grew emotionally distant. Not cruel or intentionally unkind, just busy, distracted, less present. And slowly, Sarah learned to carry the emotional weight of the marriage alone. She became the one who noticed changes, who adjusted moods, who swallowed words. And at first, it felt like love. It felt like maturity. But over time, it felt like loneliness. Because being physically together does not prevent emotional isolation. And many nights, Sarah lay awake beside the man she loved, feeling unseen, unheard, and deeply tired in a way sleep could not fix, missing the woman she used to be, missing her voice, missing the feeling that her thoughts mattered. And what makes this story so important is that nothing dramatic happened, no betrayal, no explosive fights, no clear villain, just a gradual loss of self caused by the quiet belief that keeping the marriage stable required her to shrink. And this is where psychology gently explains what so many women experience but rarely name. Because when a woman consistently places her partner's comfort above her own emotional truth, her nervous system learns to stay alert. She becomes hyper-aware of his moods, his reactions, his needs, while slowly disconnecting from her own feelings. And over time, this creates imbalance, not because the husband demands it, but because the relationship adjusts to the space she no longer occupies. And this imbalance breeds resentment that often remains unspoken, intimacy that feels forced instead of natural, and a quiet sadness that follows her through daily life. And the truth that needs to be said clearly is this: losing yourself does not protect a marriage, it weakens it from the inside. Because a healthy marriage requires two emotionally present people, not one person carrying the emotional labor while the other remains unaware of the cost. And the fear many women carry is that if they speak up, if they set boundaries, if they choose themselves, the marriage will fall apart. But in reality, it is self-erasure that slowly breaks connection, not self-respect. So what do you do instead of disappearing? Instead of telling yourself that wanting respect makes you difficult, instead of believing that love must hurt to be real, the first step is reclaiming your voice with calm intention, not through blame or anger, but through grounded honesty, choosing moments of connection to say things like, I need to share something that's been weighing on me, or I want to feel closer to you, and this matters to me. Because your feelings deserve space without apology. The second step is learning to set emotional boundaries, which does not mean pushing your partner away, but protecting your emotional health. Boundaries might look like pausing a conversation when it turns dismissive, choosing not to justify your pain repeatedly, or calmly stating what you will and will not accept emotionally. Because boundaries are not punishments, they are expressions of self-respect, and they teach others how to treat us while preserving our inner peace. The third step is releasing guilt around self-care, because so many women believe that caring for themselves takes something away from their family, when in truth, it restores them. Rest, joy, creativity, solitude, and personal growth reconnect you to who you are beyond your role as a wife. And a woman who feels emotionally nourished brings more patience, clarity, and emotional availability into her marriage, not less. The fourth step is questioning the belief that love equals sacrifice, because while compromise is part of partnership, self-abandonment is not. Love should feel supportive, not suffocating, and healthy marriages allow both partners to grow rather than asking one to disappear. And the fifth step is rebuilding your identity outside of the marriage, remembering that you were a whole person before you became a wife, with dreams, opinions, values, and emotional depth that still deserve expression. And as you begin practicing these steps, something subtle yet powerful starts to shift. You notice yourself standing a little taller, speaking a little more clearly, trusting your feelings again. And when you change the way you show up emotionally, the relationship dynamic begins to change as well, not through control, but through authenticity, because emotional presence invites emotional presence. And I want to pause here to speak directly to your heart, especially if you feel exhausted, afraid, or unsure whether valuing yourself will create distance. Because the truth is that a woman who values herself does not threaten a healthy marriage, she strengthens it. Self-worth invites respect, clarity invites connection, and emotional honesty invites intimacy. And even if your marriage has felt heavy or unbalanced for a long time, it is never too late to begin again. Healing does not require dramatic ultimatums or sudden changes. It begins quietly, with one honest conversation, one boundary honored, one moment where you choose yourself without guilt. And as you continue choosing yourself, you may notice that your marriage begins to feel safer, calmer, and more balanced. Because when you stop losing yourself, you create space for real partnership. And as this message comes to a close, I invite you to reflect gently on one simple question. What is one small way you can honor yourself today? Maybe it is speaking a truth you've been holding inside. Maybe it is resting without apology. Maybe it is simply reminding yourself that your feelings matter. And if this message resonated with you, please share it with another woman who may be silently struggling. Leave a comment and let your voice be heard. And subscribe for more conversations that support emotional strength, healthy boundaries, and marriages built on mutual respect. Because you matter, your presence matters, and your marriage deserves the full, confident, emotionally whole version of you.